Hi guys! Besides being able to see from illegal sites or watch from the cinema, nowadays anime streaming services can also be enjoyed legally and officially. Of course, all of that requires a subscription. Netflix is one of the best streaming service providers with various types of films available. Whether it's Western series, Korean dramas, and even a fairly complete collection of Japanese anime, Netflix allows you to watch anime in HD quality from a variety of anime genres, such as action, romance, gore, and etc. Welcome back to this channel, and today we'll continue our discussion about the best anime on Netflix Part 2. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe this channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest video. So let's get started. Number 10 is Baki, one of the anime that presents action-packed scenes with fists and bloody battles in it. You can say that this anime is a core anime because the battles presented are so sadistic and brutal. Baki is a comic adaptation by Keisuke Takagi and released on Netflix in 2018. For Season 2, this anime aired in 2019, also Netflix. It's the story of a young man named Hana Baki, who's a teenager from Japan, also a martial artist who continues to train himself to become strong enough to compete with his own father, Yujiro Hanma, who is the holder of the title the strongest fighter in the world. The story of the anime begins when there are 5 most violent death convicts in the world escaped from the prison and catered to face Baki. They have the same goal, which is to fight against Baki because they feel boredom as they never lose. Then, they target Baki because they want to be lose. Number 9 is Sword Kai the Animation. It's a dark fantasy anime that has been released on Netflix. This is the story of a cursed sword. The story of the anime revolves around a young man named Kai. At the beginning, Kai was the adopted son of Amon, an expert in making swords. He grew to become Amon's student and learned the art of swordsmithing from him. But while he was helping Amon, an accident happened that made him lose his right hand. To make new hands, Amon ends up using a demon sword named Shiryu. Now that Kai has a cursed sword in his hand, he continues to learn to control the loss that comes from the demonic sword. Number 8 is Anohana. Anohana, or Ano Himita Hana no Namae wa Bokutachi wa Mada Shiranai, is an anime made by Studio A1 Picture with drama, slice of life, and supernatural genres. This is an anime with friendship that begins to change and break because of the loss of one of their best friends. The story is about 6 best friends named Jinta, Yukiatsu, Anaru, Popo, Suruko, and also Menma. They are all friends who are always together whenever and wherever they go. But since the death of Menma, they one by one began to drift away and ended up living their respective lives and never met again. Many years have passed. Finally, Menma returned, but in the form of a ghost. This is the story of friendship that will not break even if this world does them apart. Besides telling a very close friendship, the genre also teaches us how to lose someone we love that's so touching. Number 7 is Kakegurui. This anime art on Netflix that has a mixed genre of mystery, psychology, and also full of drama. The story sets in the Hyakko Private Academy, where the school is a school that uses a strange system that's different from other schools. Since long ago, the school has had a tradition where gambling is legalized and supervised by the student council. The winners of gambling will rule the school and get everything they want. Meanwhile, the losers will be treated like slaves or even like a pet. The MAPPA studio worked seriously for this anime. It can be seen that the typical facial expressions of the anime are very well depicted according to the description in the manga. Life is gambling. We'll never know the final result of a gambling. Whether becoming the winner, the loser, or even draw has the same because. Number 6 is The Devil as a Part-Timer. The Devil is a Part-Timer, are commonly known as Hata Rekumo Sama. It's a comedy romance anime genre that was released in 2013. The story sets in a continent called Ignora, where there are several large islands divided into several regions called Anti-Isla. Together with 4 other generals, Mao Zedong leads and declares war on humans. But because of his defeat, Mao Zedong retreated and fled to the human world. This is a comedy story of a demon king who becomes a part-time worker in a fast food restaurant. Together with Elziel, who is one of his generals, they live in a very poor and miserable condition when they live in the human world. Number 5 is Bleach. The anime is a manga adaptation by Tite Kubo published in 2001. This is the story of a Shinigami who cleanses the spirits of the dead and takes them to the afterlife. The story of the anime revolves around a young man named Ichigo Kurosaki, a high school student who has the ability to see spirits. One day, he met Rukia Kuchiki, who is also a Shinigami. The encounter between he and Rukia changed Ichigo's life. Starting from here, their adventure begins. Number 4 is Death Note. This anime is an adaptation of a Japanese shonen manga series written by Shikumi Obo and illustrated by Takeshi Obata. The story begins with a Shinigami named Ryuk who felt bored with his life, so that he wanted to try to dispose of the death diary he has into the human world. The book possessed by Shinigami has terrifying powers that can kill humans in an instant, only by writing the name of the target. Then, there was a young man named Lord Yagami who found the book. Starting from here, the journey of Lord Yagami, who is full of desire to rule the world, begins. Number 3 is Your Lie in April. It's an anime with 22 episodes in total that were worked by Studio A1 Picture. Your Lie in April is a drama and romance anime genres. Apart from presenting a very interesting and dramatic story, the anime also brings classical music elements that are rare in today's anime. The anime tells about a young pianist named Koze Arima, who won many titles in pianist competitions. But since the death of his mother, he's no longer interested in playing the piano and even seems to stay away from it. But as a teenager, his meeting with a girl named Kaori Miyazuno, a violinist, changed his life and he started playing piano again. Number 2 is The Disastrous Life of Saiki Kei. The story of this anime revolves around a young man named Saiki Kusu, who already has supernatural powers since he was born. Also, he seems to have an easy life since childhood. While this anime is a very entertaining comedy, with a story that's sometimes absurd but still entertaining. It tells the life of Saiki as the main character as well as the connecting character between other existing characters. Number 1 is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. It all started when mankind lived under terrors of the devil who always hid in the dark to devour poor souls. These demons were originally humans who sold their souls in exchange for power. Some of them had magic power and had life regeneration system by eating humans. This is the story of the Demon Slayer, a secret group formed to hunt down and kill demons. This group has fought against demon races for hundreds of centuries. Apart from having the power beyond normal humans, every member of the Demon Slayers has special techniques that differ from one another. Well, that's the list of the best anime on Netflix Part 2. Is there any of your favorite anime on the list? If there is, write in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video to your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye!